up, Scorpio? And thank you guys so much for tuning in. So guys, I'm always switching up how I'm doing the order of readings. Not that it matters, I always get to everybody. But lately I'm like, you know what, let me do things by views. And I'm just really surprised. You guys gave me, oh, not even surprised, just grateful rather that you guys gave so much love in the last Scorpio video, the March monthly. So if you guys haven't checked that out, definitely do. But yeah, tons and tons of views, guys. So I'm very grateful. I love you guys. Thank you for that. So let's see. You guys had the most views last month, or for these monthly readings for March. So let's see what's going on. And let's navigate through it. Now, this is going to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Do keep in mind, guys, that all the energy could be transferable. It could be something that's happening to you. Could be something that you're doing to another person, or in a situation. So always keep that in mind, okay? And for anybody who does have Instagram, High Vibrations 44, I'm always posting daily energies on my story. So I'll pull some cards. I'll let you guys know, what to expect for your day. And then I'm always posting the order of the readings that I'm going to post, because I know everyone's always wondering, what sign are you doing next? So you guys get everything there. You know exactly what I'm doing, okay? All right, Scorpio, let me shut up and let's get into this. What is going on with the sign of Scorpio? Now, since this is a mid-month reading, guys, I intend for it to be around March 15th to about April 15th, okay? All right, y'all. So we have your past, present, and future. Now, the deck that I'm using, guys, is the Wild Unknown, okay? Just in case anyone's interested in it. All right, so the energy that you guys have here is the Seven of Wands in the reverse. So with the Seven of Wands in the reverse, there is something where there's just a lot of adversity, a lot of shit being thrown at you, but this is feeling as if, it's just too much. I can't take it. I can't do this anymore. And with the Ace of Wands in the reverse, that's, you guys being unhappy that there's something that you have to let go of, or maybe someone's unhappy that they have to let go of you, okay? But I feel like this is something that you're kind of like still in the works with. We have the King of Pentacles here. So for some of you, it could be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn that you're dealing with. For others of you, it could be something financial, okay? With that Two of Cups in the reverse, just some sort of fallout from something that was just way too burdening, where you just weren't satisfied with it, okay? All right, so let's go towards your past. So the first card here, guys, you have the Chariot. So with the Chariot, if this isn't an actual like move that you're making, like, moving jobs, moving where you live, just maybe traveling altogether, then this is going to be a situation where you really take control of something, where it can move forward kind of quick, because this is a very fast-paced energy with the Chariot here. So let's see why it is here. We have the Page of Swords in the reverse, okay? So with whatever is moving at a quick pace, there is either someone that doesn't want to communicate in this, so they're just staying silent, or the communication is harsh, okay? When you have a page and it's reverse, it could either mean no communication, or it can just talk about the type of communication. So if there was communication throughout this move, or throughout wherever you just had to take control of something, then it could have been harsh. It could have been distasteful. This is someone who is, the good part is that they're honest. The bad part is that they might come across in a very cruel way. So there's certain things that, we can relate to a person. We can say, hey, girl, what's up? Let's get back into the gym. Let's get back to you, as opposed to saying, holy shit, you gained 50 pounds. What the fuck is wrong with you? So there's ways to say it. And with the Page of Swords in the reverse, they would take the second option, okay? Again, that Seven of Wands in the reverse. So, it's like you tried your hardest to get through something, but it wasn't working out, and you had to take off. Now, we have the Hermit card in the reverse. For some of you, you're coming out of a place where you kind of were alone, and it's like you're finally coming out of your shell, okay? The tortoise popping out. Or this could be a situation where, because the Hermit, let's put it in this way. The Hermit is somebody that is very wise, very studious, someone that really just wants to understand everything. So at certain times, the Hermit card in the reverse Could be that there's something, you know, that we may choose to move forward with, but we don't have all the facts. You know, this is a teacher telling a student, hey, we're going to take a test on chapters 1 through 5, and the student only, you know, studies the first 2 chapters. That would be the Hermit card in the reverse, okay? I was saying in the Pisces video yesterday that people were giving me shit because they're like, why do you give so many scenarios? You should just know what it is. When you're reading for thousands of people, you have to do that. So just putting that out there, guys, so that everyone's aware that I'm going to say every scenario that it could be, okay? Now, the next card that you guys have for the past is the 5 of Cups. So loss, sadness, you know, something that you just don't feel that good about. But realize that with this 5 of Cups energy, you're focusing more on the loss, the sadness, what didn't work out, as opposed to, you know, just taking a step back and saying, okay, you know, this might not have worked out the way that I had intended it for, or intended it to work out, but what do I still have going for myself? Where can I still build? You know, what can I do to kind of recreate myself and, you know, take a better path? Okay, and you have the 3 of Swords, so it's just a strong sense of heartbreak or disappointment that could be felt here. Okay, and you have the 7 of Cups, so a lot of it, guys, is because of a situation where there was a lot of illusion. Okay, when you see the 7 of Cups, usually in like any other tarot deck, you'll see certain symbols and stuff above it, so it's kind of showing that it's like you don't know what's really in that cup yet. When we have it in the reverse, that's when everything kind of falls out. So here, you know, with this in the upright, we're kind of just dealing with delusion here. Okay, and we have the Moon card, so you have clarity, whether it's secrets that are coming out, whether it's you just kind of just, you know, like, let me snap, there we go, whether it's you guys just kind of like waking up and realizing, you know, this is what it is and this is how I have to view it. You know, that's what it comes down to, clarity. So let's see why this Moon card is here. The Hermit card in the reverse again. Let's pull one more card. You have the 10 of Cups in the reverse. So yeah, guys, whatever it was that you weren't aware of, whatever it was that wasn't revealed, or that wasn't really clear, it comes out. So there's an understanding on a situation where it's like, you know, damn, this is probably not what I wanted. Okay. Now we have the Strength card. So there is this sense of resiliency that you guys, you know, exert as you're going through this. So that is a very good thing. For some of you, maybe specifically you were dealing with a Leo. Okay. But yeah, it could have been for some of you maybe a love sort of situation that you were starting. With the Lover's card, it doesn't even have to be, you know, an actual lover. It could be a friend. It could be a new job. But just something that you're coming into union with where things just suddenly change, where there's secrets, there's betrayals, there's injustices, okay? So now we're in the present moment. Let me see if I can like talk right now. But present moment, guys. The first card that you have is the 6 of Wands. Okay, so this is a card about victory. This is a card about really just feeling prideful in a situation, but in a good way, like in a victorious, like celebrating sort of way. And we have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Now, the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse doesn't always have to be a bad thing, okay? It could just be that things happened in a way that you didn't expect, okay? So with these 2 cards here, either something didn't work out in a good way, but you're going to succeed because it didn't work out, or it is showing that something just took, you know, a complete left turn. You didn't see it coming, and it's like, oh, okay, this could actually work. So just depending on what part of the spectrum you guys are on here. You have the Magician, so this is something that you are within the power to manifest, okay? We have the 6 of Pentacles in the reverse, so at most there's a sense of imbalance that you may feel within yourself as this is happening, but yeah, I do see you guys, you know, going into a different area. There's just that bit of stagnation over, you know, what didn't work out or who you weren't seeing eye to eye with, okay? But again, Devil card in the verse, you're removing yourself from something that was toxic for you, okay? Now, the center of your reading, guys, where everything connects to, okay, is the Queen of Swords. With the Queen of Swords, if this isn't a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini that you guys are heavily dealing with, then this is going to be just the energy that you have. And I don't know why it comes out this way. You know, maybe one of you know an explanation for it, but I should look it up. But I've noticed that when I read Scorpios specifically, you know, anytime I see them kind of like upset in a situation, and I guess, you know, anybody in the situation would come out as a Queen of Swords, but when I read for Scorpios, and there's something that you guys are going through, like especially in personal readings, it's always the Queen of Swords. Okay, most of the time when I read a Scorpio going through something, it's just the energy that represents you guys, and just with how you guys function, and in regards to kind of forgiving people and getting through hard things. You guys are tough cookies. Okay. And I was talking to a friend about that today, and I'm like, yeah, I hurt a Scorpio really bad like 10 years ago. And I have apologized, in every way, shape, and form. I was so young. It was even more than 10 years ago. It was probably like 12 years ago. I was like 16 or 17. To this day, I'm still blocked on social media. And I'm just like, come on, like, let's get over this. Like, let's be cool. So it's just like when you guys want to protect yourself from something, you really do. So that's going to be that Queen of Swords approach. So again, with this being the center of your reading, everything is tying into this. So this is going to be a lot of the energy that you're exerting. Again, it could be Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini that you're dealing with as well. Why is this Queen of Swords here? We have the Ace of Wands in the reverse. So either being guarded towards something that needs to end, or maybe ending things with an air sign. Ace of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, so something has to end. Eli, baby, I'm recording a video, okay? I hear you singing loud and clear. Don't let your food get cold. So, yeah, so something's ending. You guys are going to be on edge. You guys are really going to want to put a wall up here. Oh, I forgot to turn on the lights in the back. It's okay. We'll leave it for that. We'll leave it like that for now. Now, we have the Knight of Swords. Okay, so again, if it's not a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, then it's just going to be your approach. It's like, okay, I'm going to move forward, I'm going to make things happen, but anything that was detrimental, anything that's going to stop me or pause me from getting from point A to B, it's not something that I can, pay mind to right now. All right, we have the Eight of Swords here. So this is more mental stagnation than anything else. This is us overthinking. This is us kind of being stuck in a mindset that isn't going to allow us to expand in certain areas of life. So it's limited thinking. It's not wanting to see certain things for what it is. It's kind of like having a blindfold on at times. And we have the King of Cups in the reverse. So it could just be maybe not wanting to see the fact that someone is being a player here, or knowing that there's something in your life that makes you very emotionally unstable, and having to be real with yourself and saying, yeah, this makes me feel this way. And it's just, how do I get myself unstuck at this point? Okay. But wish fulfillment does come in. For some of you, there could be a new relationship coming in. For others, maybe it's some sort of reconciliation. But I do see wish fulfillment coming in. And with the Empress card, this is a goddess of fertility. So for some of you, maybe it's pregnancy. For others of you, just know that this is going to be something kind of like a garden that you have to tend to. You can't just plant all these seeds and walk away, come back 3 months and expect, something that's flourishing. It's something that you're going to have to go every day. You're going to have to water this. You're going to have to invest time in it. Okay. You're going to have to talk to it. All right. So let's move forward into your future. First card that we have is the Knight of Cups. So a lot of your energy is coming out, so that's very good. With the Knight of Cups, this could be you guys. Okay, this Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So let's see why it's here. We have the Hierophant in the reverse. And we have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. The Emperor in the reverse as well. So I feel that there's kind of like this emotional transition that you guys go through, where it's just like your spirit gets much stronger, and there's an energy in your life, whether it's coming from you or from somebody else, that you feel and that it's not genuine. Okay, with the Emperor in the reverse, maybe it's someone not being honest with you. Maybe you're not being honest with them. Maybe you're the Emperor in the reverse to yourself, and you're not being, you're not seeing something for what it is, and you're just not being honest to yourself about what it is. But it's like you're at a point where it's like, okay, I am standing on my 2 feet. I'm feeling more like myself, but yeah, this is unconventional for me. This is not going to work out. The Hierophant is my favorite card. It's not just because I'm a Taurus and it represents Taurus, but I just feel like it's such a powerful card, because it literally shows you, whether it's in the upright or in the reverse, whether something is or isn't supposed to be in your life. But it's kind of like the universe talking to you. It's like, your soul saying, look, this is what it is. So whatever this was, it just, whether it went against your morals, whether it went against your religion, your beliefs, it's just, it wasn't working out for you. Okay, it wasn't going to lead you to a place where you're in your highest alignment with yourself. Okay, so we do have the Five of Wands as the next card. Fighting, bickering, arguing, pettiness. If this is within like love or something that has to do with work or just friends, family, whatever, it's usually a situation that involves three or more people. So keep that in mind. So it could be kind of like a messy situation. Now, it's not going to be something that's extremely problematic where someone's like, you know, wanting to kill someone or something like that, but just a lot of petty energy, kind of like that mosquito that you keep hearing in your ear, but you can't find it and you can't kill it and it's just always there. Okay, so more of like a nuisance sort of thing. We have the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. So if this isn't like getting into a relationship or some sort of reconciliation, then this is going to be problems because somebody is feeling selfish and entitled. They feel that they deserve something that they don't. Okay. And we have the Strength card. You're going to be resilient throughout it. Okay. But wherever, guys, this drama is coming from, know that with the Sun card in the reverse, it's blocking blessings. With the Three of Wands in the reverse, it's not going to expand. And the part that may be difficult for you guys here is that you see passion in it. Okay, but with the Fool card in the reverse, there's just going to be way too many road bumps. So it's going to be something that you know, you don't want to prolong the pain if you don't have to. So if you see it for what it is and you're clear about what it is, you know, out of sight, out of mind, cut it out. Five of Swords is the last card for your future. So again, this is kind of like that petty, problematic, like conflicting energy because there's something that, again, is forced here. The Hanged Man, when it's in its upright, this is somebody that doesn't, you know, overexert themselves. They go with the flow of what's natural for them. So in this case, it's like you're not allowing that to happen. For some of you, it could just be coming out of a place of limbo as well. Okay, but we have the Eight of Pentacles here, so you're working to get through it. Just make sure that you're not working to keep it in your life, because again, all I see is blessings being blocked here, someone being dishonest, and it's like you can still be talking to them, but with the Two of Cups in the reverse, I just don't see it working. So for a lot of you, whether this is with the Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or maybe this is in regards to finances in some way, shape, or form, you know, you have to see it for what it is. Okay, yeah, too much burden, too much indecision. So you want to make sure you're not wasting time and waiting on this. Okay. So let's get you guys some guidance. We see things for what it is. There's just something that clearly, it's like even with the effort that you try to put in, it's just derailing you too much. Okay. It's just something that I don't see, you know, working out in a healthy way. So I'm going to get you guys 3 cards of advice. I'm going to pull you an oracle card as well. So let's get to the bottom of this. I like wanted to get up and turn on this light so bad this whole time, but I am the type of person, and yes, I'll admit it, no shame at all, but I might look nice from, you know, the top half up, but what does Lissette have on under? Does she have on sweats? Does she have on booty cutter shorts? Does she have on... I have on sweats and it doesn't match, so I'm not getting up because I'm not going to let y'all talk shit, but I love y'all. So let's see what's going on. I have like those comfortable house pants with like the holes in them, but they're so freaking comfortable and you're never gonna let them go. All right, so we have the Chariot in the reverse that came out. I'm gonna pull everything first and then we'll see how it all ties in. So you guys are gonna get extra cards here. Since one fell out, I'll give you guys 4 instead of the 3. Wheel of Fortune, 4 of Pentacles, King of Cups. Okay, energy being King of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so we have that. Let's pull you guys an oracle card. So I'm using Oracle of Visions by Ciro Marchetti. Okay. Okay. All right, so for my numerology lovers, oh wow, number 1. Okay. Now, when we say number 1 with numerology, guys, this is new beginnings. This is new start. Think of the aces in tarot. So really just embarking on something new. So let's see what this means. Also keep in mind that 1, especially in tarot, that's the Magician. So, you know, a place of manifestation, but let's see how it relates to what the card is going to say. Now, this is a fairly new deck, so I'm not 100% well versed in it, but they're very beautiful. They always resonate. So, yeah, a new beginning, release from the past. So, you may have a fresh start any moment you choose. For this thing we call failure is not the falling down, but the staying down. So, you guys heard that. You didn't fail because this didn't work out. You fail if you stay in that energy. You fail if you don't move past it. So get the fuck up, okay? Make sure you guys get up. So what this card says is to move on. Let me just make sure this is recording. Great. So to move on from failures or simply to expand and explore new horizons, we make choices to leave the past behind. Whether it is in form of treasured objects of material or symbolic value, relationships, careers, familiar surroundings, or even personal ideals, at some point, we may have to discard them like a tree shedding leaves in order to liberate ourselves and allow for future growth. On the floor are 3 discarded cards, each a full from 3 tarot decks. From the box, their spirits are released as doves for a new beginning. Ensure that the time is right to move on. Has your present circumstance been truly fulfilled, or is it being abandoned prior to its completion? Okay. So yeah, that's definitely, that's everything that it is, guys. So at this point, is there anything that you're gaining on a personal level? Is there anything that's still beneficial to you at all? And if there is certain things that are beneficial, is it worth the price that you have to pay for the negative shit that's attached to this? So let's say, for example, this is someone that you're super stuck on romantically, and it's just like, yeah, Lissette, I had a great night with this person last night, and I just felt the love and everything just felt good. I was like, okay, that's great. But how are they treating you today? How are they treating you overall? Are you going through 5% of happiness with this person, and are you dealing with 95% of baggage and animosity and, all this bullshit? Or is this actually something that, that could be good? But you have to ask yourself, if I remain here, what am I gaining from this at this point? Now, with this energy here, guys, okay, you guys have the King of Swords in the reverse. In the reverse, this is my least favorite card in tarot. This is someone that can be abusive mentally, physically, emotionally, verbally. Somebody that is only interested in how things benefit them. Okay, so if you guys are dealing with this energy, no good. Whether it's coming from you or it's coming from someone else, just anything that brings you to this has to be discarded. You can't live life this way. All right, but for a few of you, this is going to be something that you do as a protection to yourself, where it's like you kind of get pushed and pushed and pushed so hard that you finally get to the point where it's like, I can't take this shit anymore. So it's like you might seem like you're being extreme, but it's just like you were pushed to an extreme and now you have to protect yourself at an extreme. So where's this energy coming from and why? Okay, because it's showing that something is just not within your control anymore, and that's okay. All right. If we focus on the things that we can't control in life, you're going to fall into a very deep depression. That's just what it is. People are fucking shitty. Circumstances can be shitty. People make mistakes. People do dumb shit. All we can control is ourselves. Okay, they didn't want to act right. They didn't want to treat you in the way that you deserve. Fuck that. Okay, what can you have control over? Who can you go towards, or what can you go towards that is going to give you what you actually want and deserve in life? And are you treating yourself in a way that you're deserving of that? Because a lot of people will say, I want love, I want this, I want that, I want to be treated in this way, and I want to be seen in this way. But what have you been exemplifying to the world? What have you been showing through social media? What have you been showing your friends? Have you been the type of person that can keep your word? Have you been the type of person that's been productive, that's getting up, that's doing things, that's, attracting better things? Or have you been in a lower vibrational state? So all of these are questions that you guys have to ask each other. Not ask each other, ask yourself. But yeah, if you have any other Scorpio friends, delve into this. So you guys have the Four of Pentacles, you have the King of Cups, you have the Wheel of Fortune. So with this being said, with something that you have the ability and that you're going to need to, in this case, to guard yourself from, you become so powerful and life takes such a positive turn for you. But it's just a matter of just protecting yourself from the things in life that are just out of our control. Okay, so just know, with situations that you go through, whether it's a person that's hurting you or, a boss who's just a jerk, the way that people are is just a reflection of themselves. And I feel like I've told you guys this before, but just with starting this channel 2 years ago, I think the biggest part for anyone that wants to do something social media wise, or just anything where you're going to be in the public eye, is that people are fucking cruel. They're cruel, they're mean, and they say a lot of crazy shit. You know, I've been called so many things, and I've had people say stuff that I'm just like, oh my God, what do you have to be going through in life to even put out that sort of energy? And it got to the point where it would really kind of like affect me. It doesn't affect me at all now. I laugh at everything. But for a while, what I did to get myself over this is anytime I got a really nasty comment or someone just came at me sideways, I pulled cards. Okay. And every single time this person was going through something really fucking shitty, or there was a really traumatic event in their life, I have never gotten hatred or have been treated like crap from someone who's in a good place. So stop putting all of that on yourself, but also stop putting yourself in a position where people think that you're going to put up with that shit. You guys are the ones who determine what you're going to put up with and what you're not. So set standards, and those who can't follow those standards or they can't live up to those standards, let them take themselves out. Let the trash take itself out. Okay. So you guys have so much coming in as just believing that you're worth it and acting in a way where, you know, acting accordingly to what it is that you want. Okay. If you want success, if you want good love, you know, are you working for success? Do you have good habits? Do you have a good schedule that you follow where you kind of get everything done in your day? You know, do you love yourself? Do you genuinely look in the mirror and say, I'm the shit? Okay. Last night, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't sleep. I literally was just like staring at myself in the mirror, and I kind of like, I dance a lot. So I dance in the mirror like every night, do all this full-blown choreography shit. And like I just had this moment, and it wasn't out of narcissism or you know, just being full of myself. It's just like, yo, I really fuck with myself. Like, I love myself. I'm such a dope person, and it's like I'm so happy with the direction that my life is going. And I found that just with this mentality that I have now, first off, when people say, hey, you love yourself a little bit too much, fuck that. What am I gonna do, hate myself? Like, no, I don't have time for that shit. Who's gonna treat us better than we, you know, than we treat ourselves, rather? So that's one thing. And then two, just with you having that energy, you're going to attract some bomb ass people. Every single person in my life right now is adding so much to it. I have friends that keep me so motivated and so freaking driven. I have, you know, people that it's like when I go through something heavy, they're there, and it's a nourishing energy. It's not just someone just, you know, taking up space. It's healing. Okay. And it's just such a solid circle. You know, I was with some friends the other day. One is heavy into numerology. One is tarot reader, astrology, you know, doing astrology and stuff like that, delving into that. But one of my friends, she's super into astrology. She's actually a Scorpio. And what else did we have? Someone doing palmistry. And it's just like, yo, it's so dope. Like, when did this happen? And it's like, I always prayed for this sort of circle, and it's just like, yo, all of my homegirls are so spiritual. Everyone in my life is so fucking dope, and we're just looking for the meaning in life. So guys, set yourself up for what you want, and if you haven't been getting it, it starts with you. Okay. So guys, just some shit that we have to shed. Remember that the Mercury retrograde ends March 28th. So you're not going to want to start anything heavy or new in regards to like buying houses or like getting into relationships, things like that. But this is a time of shedding layers, shedding skins that just don't work for you anymore. Okay, so take this time and do a deep ass house cleaning. Okay, and another thing, and this is really, really random, but I feel compelled to, you know, just to mention it. If there's certain people specifically that you guys feel you need to, I'm like spitting over here, that you feel that you need to kind of remove from your life, something that I do, which is so like, you know, it's just very important to me. If you have anything of theirs in your house that belongs to them, or something that they've used, anything like that, guys, throw all that shit out. Throw everything out, give it back, do what you have to do, because people just with items, they can ground their energy. True story with me, I had, you know, a relationship that didn't work out, and this person left, you know, this huge box behind, and it's just like, I didn't understand why the energy in my house was so heavy, but when I finally got around to sending that out, it was just like, And before that, it's like they had been annoying me so much to the point where I'm like, I'm about to put a restraining order on this person. And when that box was removed, you know, they still bother me, because what can I say? I got the juice. But they still bother me, but it's just not at the extent that it was before. So little things like that, things that remind you of them, like, don't hold on to that, okay? Don't hold on to that if it's not going to make you feel better, or if it's not an energy that is complementing your life, okay? So I'll leave you guys with that. So again, if you guys want to keep up with me, just see what I'm doing in my personal life and on YouTube, High Vibrations 44 at gmail.com. Well, that's my email, but yeah, High Vibrations 44 for Instagram. And then High Vibrations with Liz.com if you guys need to book a personal reading. And everything that I just mentioned is in the description below, as well as my email. So if you guys have any questions, you can always use that email as well, High Vibrations 44 at gmail.com. All right. I love y'all. Take care.